Hey, we're Nicole and Mico, and we've been traveling Ecuador for a little while now, and one of the best things you can do in Ecuador is visit the Galapagos. But that can usually run you a budget of a few $1,000s, which doesn't quite fit our backpacker lifestyle. So instead, we've heard of an island called Isla de la Plata.
Yeah, the island is often referred to as poor man's Galapagos because you can see lots of the same animals that you would on the Galapagos Islands for a fraction of the price. So today, we are gonna go and spend the day on the island, check it out, and see if it is worth a visit. So the town we're in, Puerto Lopez, is really a small sort of fishing town. The people do come here, lots of locals come here for holidays or weekend getaways. It's a really beautiful little coastal area. Of course, we have the Pacific Ocean next to us here. The weather's been pretty overcast since we got here, but it's always still beautifully warm. It's like 27 degrees or something like that today.
So Puerto Lopez isn't as famous as a beach destination as its bigger brother Montanita nearby, but it is still a pretty bumpin' hot spot for a lot of the locals, especially the Guayaquilians. It can be a pretty busy spot, especially on weekends, but today it's like Thursday morning, so there's not much going on.
So because Puerto Lopez is a fishing town, one of the really cool things to do if you are coming here is to come out and see the fishermen taking their catch of the day. I guess it's around 6 o'clock in the morning. We're hopefully gonna do it in a couple of days here, but apparently it's super neat. You can see behind us, like it's like 9:30 or something now, but there's still so much activity going on for the fishermen. It's really cool because it's just so colorful. I find it to be so beautiful between the blue boats and all the birds. It's really neat here.
So we're on our way to the island, but we're stopping briefly because the captain just saw some dolphins.
Do you feel like time is passing through you? Caught in the wind, but never really moved.
So we're coasting now, and it's incredible. I feel like they're just swimming right beside the boat.
Spend your whole life wondering what to do.
This is crazy. The dolphins are like everywhere. They're on both sides of the boat. It's so hard to catch them with the camera. They're like far away. They're right beside the boats, and there's some are just hopping just a little bit above the water, and some are just coming almost straight out. We saw a couple. I'm not sure if I caught the camera, but both of them jumped right out of the water.
Getting smaller. Caught up in a flood, it's never slowing, always growing. Caught up in a flood, it's never slowing, always growing. Is it time we get going?
That's incredible, like a whole pod of them just surrounding the boat and following us. We're definitely outrunning them now, but right as we peeled away, a few of them just gave us a nice little show, jumped above the water to say goodbye. Amazing.
Caught up in a flood, it's never slowing, always growing.
So we just arrived to the island and already turtles. I think it's where we go snorkeling later.
Wow.
It's a pretty big player. Wow. Holy smokes, look, there's 3 of them. Yeah, they're huge.
I like it. He's got a little white tail. You can tell who.
Yeah, you can really see him. Oh, look. Wow. Okay, we just got to Isla de la Plata. So far it looks absolutely beautiful, but the dolphins on the way in, like, I was just like, I could not wipe the smile off my face. I don't think I've ever seen dolphins in the wild like that, except for, of course, in the Amazon like a few weeks ago. So it was just like, it was incredible. What a way to start this tour. And we weren't even expecting it. Like, it's not like they advertised you're gonna see dolphins. That was just lucky. It was so cool.
It's already been a pretty packed morning with dolphins and sea turtles, and now that we've just arrived on the island, the first thing we're gonna do is some hiking.
So the boat ride took us about 40 minutes if we hadn't stopped to look at all the dolphins to get here. And Isla de la Plata is, I guess, about 1,200 hectares big, so it's not very big. It's actually a national park and has been for like 42 years. But before that, it was like all the super rich tourists came here. There was a beautiful hotel here, and they all came here and just like partied for the weekends. But now, national park, no one can stay here. There's lots and lots of rules about being here, and it is stunning as a result. We heard a few reasons as to why it got its name. One of the reasons we heard is because there's apparently a so-called buried treasure here, but one of the other reasons they say is because there's so much bird poop that at certain times of the year, it's actually, the bird poop is really reflective and actually looks silver. And I should say, Isla de la Plata in English translates to Island of Silver, so who knows. Okay, so we've started our hike, which is like the main part of this tour. We spent a couple of hours up here on the island just hiking around looking for animals, which is what we're so excited for. We already have this incredible view. We're gonna spend a few hours just looking around up here. Okay, so we have been hiking on Isla de la Plata for like 5 minutes and we already saw blue-footed boobies.
They're really funny looking. I feel like they're wearing like boots. That's how like blue and like strange it looks. Yeah, it's like, you know, if you were to wear like, you know, yellow rain boots, but they're like blue.
So beautiful. I can't believe how many there are here. For some reason I was worried we'd get here and there'd be like 2 blue-footed boobies that we'd see over the entire course of this, but they're everywhere. It's just like hiding out.
What are you guys up to?
This is my girlfriend. Come in here. So why it's so special to see the blue-footed boobies here is actually because in the world you can only really find them like located and laying eggs in 2 spots. And it's here on Isla de la Plata and on the Galapagos Islands. And so you can find them along the coast. They will fly all the way from actually northern Chile up towards Mexico, our guide was telling us. But in terms of actually finding where they like live, lay eggs, and just kind of hang out day to day, there's only 2 spots in the world, and this is one of them.
When they eat more fish, the color of the feed is more blue.
So we just learned a cool fact about the blue-footed boobies. When they are born, they actually have like white feet, and over the span of like 2 or 3 years, they gradually eat more and more fish, and then that turns their feet more and more blue. And by 3 years, it's kind of like maximum blue. You could hear the difference in their calls. So one is like a male, one is a female. It's very significant. Like when you hear like one whistling sound, one like sound.
I sound like that. They sound like they're whistling through a straw. I think I got it. See?
Nicole says they sound like they're whistling through a straw. I think it's pretty accurate.
Pardon us.
Sorry.
Excuse us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm definitely having flashbacks to getting attacked by a penguin not very long ago in Argentina. How do you get past them? For him to get freaked out. Attack me!
Birds are so funny. They like stay in the path and everybody has to walk around them. It's like they own the island. I guess they kind of do.
So all of these guys are frigatebirds. Our guide is telling us all about them. They're like the seabirds. They can't actually swim though, so they just like have to skim the water to get their fish. They've got these cool little like red lines that the males can blow up to attract their mate. You can kind of see them. They remind me of like a turkey, like whatever that thing is, gobbly thingy. It reminds me a lot of that. But they're huge. They gotta be like 1.5 meters across. These birds are giant.
So the little like red sacs underneath their throat is for like attracting other mates, and I guess when they're like ready to attract mates, they like puff it up really, really big, like a big balloon, and then would fly with it and like show off to the other females.
Wow.
I'm here.
Showing
Come and get
off.
me.
Yeah, showing off, right?
Gates to re-blow.
Oh,
One's a girl. That's a boy. They're all boys. If they've got the red, they're boys.
It's cool able to get such a high viewpoint on the rest of the island, you can really see how much like life there is down in the plains. You can see small little specks of like blackheads or for the birds or the frigate birds, and you can also see like some little red balloons in the distance, and it's just like all their land because like nobody's walking out there. We're all staying here like on designated paths and keeping that area of the island just as untouched as possible. Really just minimizing our impact as wherever we can.
All right, we're officially off the island. That was such an incredible hike. Like, I just can't believe what we saw in such a small space and in only a couple of hours. We've been given lunch and an empty cup that will hopefully be filled soon. And I think we're headed to our snorkel site.
Okay, we're all done lunch and we're ready to jump in. Hopefully find some more sea turtles.
I'm ready.
Snorkeling? Sea turtles, but they're green turtles. She said, Tortas de verde. I think, Tortuga de verde.
We found
So
one.
beautiful. We found a few. Perfect after snorkeling.
Well, we're back in Puerto Lopez. What a jam-packed day that was, and what a great tour. And all of that for $40, super worth it.
Yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves, especially considering the money that we spent. I felt like we got to see so many cool new exotic animals, and obviously from what we've heard about the Galapagos, you can see so many more things and lots of other diversity there. But I think for those on a budget, this is a pretty good alternative.
So thanks for enjoying the day with us, and I think we'll just leave you guys there.
Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Alternative called Isla de la Plata. Plata? Isla de la Plaza. Isla de la Plaza. Plata. The Plata. Here, day, and check out this.
Overall, really cool. Everything's really cool. Everything's super cool, super chévere.